Students, what prank made you realize you went too far? It was the middle of winter in 8th grade, and me and my best friend Devin had nothing going on. One night, he texted me a link to this Bluetooth speaker the size of a thumb. Tiny thing, but it was loud. We came up with a plan that felt genius at the time. We'd hide the speaker in the ceiling above Mrs. Evans' desk, play fart sounds during English class, and grab it after school before anyone figured it out. During lunch, we snuck in, and I stood lookout while Devin climbed up and popped the tile. He dropped the speaker in, and we were out of there in 30 seconds. After lunch, we tested it with one fart sound, and the whole class erupted. Mrs. Evans was so confused she just stood there asking who did that. Me and Devin almost passed out trying to hold in our laughs. We planned to grab the speaker after school, but Mrs. Evans stayed late grading papers until 5. We figured we'd get it tomorrow. No big deal. That was our first mistake. Day 2, we kept it going. Different farts, a burp, one that sounded like a dying whale. Mrs. Evans was losing her mind checking backpacks and desks trying to find the source. Day 3, the speaker was still up there because Mrs. Evans never left the room. We figured why stop now? Day 4 is when things started getting weird. Other teachers were hearing it too because the sound traveled through the vents. The math teacher accused kids of hiding a phone. The science teacher thought his radiator was broken. By day 5, the principal made an announcement about unusual sounds in the building and said they were investigating. I was getting nervous, but Devin thought it was hilarious. Day 6, maintenance came and checked the vents and pipes. Found nothing. Day 7, the janitor, Mr. Rick, told kids he heard the sounds at night when no one was in the building. That's when kids started saying the school was haunted. Day 10, and the speaker was still going. I looked up the battery life online and it said 8 hours. It had been almost 2 weeks. I started thinking maybe there was something actually wrong with this thing. Day 12, a parent called the school worried about demonic activity. Her daughter was scared to come to class. Day 14, we had an emergency assembly and the principal said they were bringing in a specialist to handle the situation. I thought maybe a plumber or an electrician. Then Devin showed me the email his mom got from the school. They hired an exorcist. An actual exorcist from a church 2 towns over. That's when I knew we had gone way too far. The exorcist showed up on a Tuesday morning. Tall guy with gray hair and a long black robe carrying a Bible and holy water like he was about to battle a demon from a movie. Kids were glued to the windows. Teachers gave up trying to teach. The whole school just watched this man walk down the hallway praying and splashing water on lockers. I was sitting in Mrs. Evans' class with my heart pounding out of my chest. Devin was next to me trying not to laugh. I whispered that we needed to come clean before this got worse. He whispered back that I was insane and this was the best thing that ever happened to him. Then the exorcist stopped at our door. He stepped inside and the entire room went silent. He walked to the middle of the class and closed his eyes and started praying real loud. That's when Devin made the worst decision of his life. He took out his phone under the desk and played one more fart sound. The exorcist's eyes shot open. Nobody moved. He looked up slowly at the ceiling right above Mrs. Evans' desk. He asked for a ladder. The janitor, Mr. Rick, brought one, and the exorcist climbed up and pushed the ceiling tile aside. He reached in and pulled out a tiny dust-covered Bluetooth speaker. He held it up and looked at it for a long time. Then he turned to Mrs. Evans and said, "Well, that's a first." Mrs. Evans looked confused for about half a second before her face twisted into pure rage. She scanned the room and spotted Devin still holding his phone like an idiot. He gave her a little wave. We got suspended for 2 weeks, both of us. The school sent an apology email to every parent explaining there was no demon in the building, just 2 idiots with a Bluetooth speaker. The exorcist charged $400 and our parents had to split it. I was grounded until spring, but somehow we became legends. Kids still talk about it. Freshmen ask us about the exorcism like we summoned an actual ghost. The speaker sits on my desk now. Battery finally died after 19 days. I still don't know how it lasted that long. Devin swears the thing was cursed for real. My dad brings it up every Thanksgiving. He calls it the best $200 he ever spent. I disagree, but the speaker's still on my desk, just in case.